Hamilton was quicker there through that corner than Raikkonen, and you can see he's right up on his gearbox now. As I said before, the trend has been for the McLaren to be the quicker car on dry tyres on a wettening track, and now Hamilton is right up behind Raikkonen and goes for it down the outside of the bus stop. Raikkonen's not giving anything away. They almost touch, they do touch. Hamilton will have to give the corner back. They're side by side. He'll have to have a go at him at La Source. Okay, now Raikkonen's back in front and Hamilton's going to attack him. He goes on the inside. Raikkonen tried to play it cool, but he went wrong for him. Hamilton's through. They touch again. Amazing action here at Spa-Francorchamps, but Lewis Hamilton is back in the lead with 2 laps to go.
He was determined to take that, wasn't he? Raikkonen being extremely defensive. I think it was all fair enough. But Hamilton taking all of that, keeping his cool, letting Raikkonen go back to be the first one over the finish line so that he yielded the position. Now he's got to get it slowed down into Lecombe. But Raikkonen will have to be bouncing across the grass. Now he's kept it together. It's going to be treacherous to the finish of the Grand Prix. Raikkonen definitely not as comfortable in these conditions as Hamilton, but it needs one snatched break to get this all horribly wrong. Raikkonen just tippy-toeing around the outside of Rivage as well. Here we are for a replay. Lewis went for the big dive down the outside and just tried to muscle it out. Raikkonen having nothing of it. Hamilton sensibly abandoning that one.
Heidfeld has pitted for BMW. He's taking a chance here. He's going onto some wet tyres. It looks like Raikkonen's run wide there. Hamilton's having problems as well, though. Raikkonen's got a lot of momentum there. Meanwhile, Massa has lost ground in these conditions. Whoa, Hamilton's off. Raikkonen gets back past him again. There's a Williams in the mix too. Hamilton's on the grass.
So Raikkonen back in.
And Hamilton Raikkonen spins.
They'll have to stop for intermediates. It's the only thing they can do now. It's worth the stop. Well, what will Massa do? Massa's coming up behind. What do you do? It's a complete gamble. If you can keep it out of the wall at this point, can they tippy-toe for the last 8 miles?
Absolutely. Heidfeld has come in for tyres and so has Glock. They've got nothing to lose. Heidfeld was 9th, Glock was 11th. They were 60 seconds behind the race leader, but well, in these conditions anything could happen as Hamilton again struggles to keep it on the road. Terrible decision to make.
Oh, Raikkonen's going to hit the wall.
He's going to hit the wall. He has hit the wall. That's Raikkonen, just like at Silverstone. Remember there, he was spinning like a top, and he's in the wall and out of this Grand Prix, having led it for most of the race. And Hamilton can take it easy now.
Surely Hamilton will pit for intermediates. No, he doesn't, and nor does Massa.
That's the most important thing from Hamilton's point of view. Massa doesn't pit either.
No, sorry, 1 lap to go. So
still 1 more to go. 4.3 miles. And the McLaren team are getting well and truly into this. Is anybody having a go here? Vettel looks like he's quite quick. He's 6th at the moment. I think he's lining up his teammate Bourdais. They're 12 seconds behind Alonso. Now, these painted white lines are lethal. Hamilton's having such problem just keeping the car going. This is the most dramatic end to a Grand Prix for years.
So gently, just squeeze it on. And where's Massa? He'll be even struggling more, I think, in the background. But as those pressures and temperature, where Massa's just creeping around at the top, a little bit dry at the top there. Sorry to cut across you, James.
No problem. Well, they are 36 seconds slower per lap than they were when it was dry. That's how much it's affected things. They're on dry tyres on a wet track. And Alonso has lost a huge amount of time to Bourdais and Vettel. Behind Lewis Hamilton on the racetrack, Alonso in the Renault's in trouble. Hamilton's in a good position here. He knows he just needs to manage the gap. Massa doesn't look like any kind of threat to him. The most important thing, though, is to keep it off these painted white lines.
He can at least just squeeze the throttle. He'll know from the team that he's got a big advantage now, and he's just literally coasting, freewheeling through Pouhon there, and he can just bring it home from there.
It must be one of the slowest and least glorious final laps you'll ever see to win a Grand Prix, but he's halfway round the lap now, and it's still not easy for him.
It'll just get slipperier and slipperier because the tyre temperatures are going away and the pressures go away.
Bourdais, third now. What's happened to Alonso? He pitted for tyres, so he's dropped down, and Bourdais on for a podium here.
Yeah, I thought there was 2 laps to go because there was 1 lap to go. So what the call is, do you think you can get around? Yellow flags waving. That'll be for Raikkonen's Ferrari in the wall. And Hamilton now, as soon as the downforce builds up a bit at these, he's probably doing 120, 130 miles an hour. It's then that'll start to stink as long as you haven't got too much throttle on.
And that's the most satisfying sight he could possibly imagine, seeing the Ferrari in the wall. The Ferrari's dominated him. He makes a bit of a mess of the final corner. There's a Red Bull there. Having a look at him, it's David Coulthard. But Lewis Hamilton comes through, and in the most extraordinary circumstances imaginable, he wins the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps to add a crucial title to his belt. He's won at Monaco, he's won at Silverstone, and he's won at Spa this year. And Felipe Massa is going to come through to pick up 8 unexpected World Championship points. He thought he was going to be third. Kovalainen seems to have stopped. He was 7th out on the racetrack. And poor old Kimi Raikkonen, as Heidfeld comes through to grab a podium. Bourdais obviously had a moment. Vettel gets in front.
Alonso
and Alonso goes in through in 4th. A chaotic finish.